Do we have metal lying around this way? I really doubt it. I've probably like I've searched that area like crazy. But of course there is what looks to be metal lying around. Okay. So go out here, grab me as much metal as you can. There is metal up there as well, I suppose, and bring it to the northern parts of the colony. I do feel though like the point of the game is to get to that point where you are not necessarily... Where did our electronic parts go? Why do I feel like the electronic parts may have gone into repair? No, they didn't go into repairing that. And they certainly didn't go into repairing that. Because that's not working. Well, it is, but slowly. So I have no idea where those parts might have went. We've also gone ahead and quarantined this this particular dome. What's this? Why have we got a pile of resources down here? That's very strange that we have just a pile of resources down there. We probably want to do something about that. You are a saint. You are also Martian born. So you raise the morale of all religious people in the dome. And yeah, you are also Martian born. That's kind of nuts. Okay. Okay, I mean, I'm not going to complain. Definitely not going to complain. I am just concerned, I suppose. Like I said, we need electronics to... We aren't even getting electronics. The daily production is there, but we don't have the machine parts or the rare metals.
We have a food shortage.
Give us a food shortage. You know what we need to do? We need to bring a rocket. And we need to bring a rocket that has as much food on board as we can bring. Let's say 200. 800 million to bring 200 food on Voyager. Let's do it. So we'll bring that. And I guess we'll see what ends up happening. Because this thing no longer has food. These guys no longer have food. You don't have electronics. So I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do here. I think what we can do is we'll dump off all that metal.
Resources are low.
And then what I want you to do is go here, grab rare metals, and just bring them around front. Because apparently the drones can't do it right now, and we don't have the means to reasonably do that ourselves. So are you gonna do what I told you to do? Grab the rare metals if you wouldn't mind, and load them there. So there we go. That thing can get back to work. There's 11 starving colonists. They're probably going to die, which is unfortunate, but it's just the way things are going to be. At least this thing can sort of get back to work. Ever so slightly, at least. It can start producing something, which is obviously going to be better than nothing. You're going to start... You're just going to... Oh, you're just going to bring the resources around, and the drones are going to take them back, and that's just going to be a whole thing. Yeah, there you go. You're just gonna keep doing that. Fair enough. I mean, we have 17 starving colonists right now. What are we looking at on these? I mean, these are going to be a while before they produce anything. So, I mean, hopefully we can do something here. You are low battery. I wonder if I can get you back to the colony in time. So go there and recharge. As for the Voyager, I mean, we can't speed it up. The journey, it takes time. It takes time. 38 starving colonists. Some of them are Earth sick too. Yeah, well, you know, it happens. It happens. We have 39 starving colonists. We're working on it. What can I say? We're working on it. like 95, 96% of the way here. Like you can, if you look up, you can see it. That's how close it is. Now let's see. Bring Voyager. Please bring Voyager to Mars. Come on. Let me land it. And we're going to land it as close as we can to everything. So Voyager is going to touch down right there. And that right there is what we need. They are departing. I don't care. We are bringing food to the colony once again, which is obviously hugely important. Hugely important. So there we go. They can start eating again. Oh my god. What is this? Oh no. Oh, that was our last living founder. Floyd Carson had a dream. To see humanity united, conquering the stars. And Floyd Carson allowed nothing to stand in the path of this dream. No hardship, no loss, not even personal safety. What more can anyone be asked to do? We had known many women and men of character, of strength, and of virtue. Any one of them might have stepped into Floyd Carson's place and we would be none the wiser. But we know why Floyd Carson chose this path. When a heart as big and strong beats in one's chest, it gives no other option but to follow its call. When Floyd Carson fell, it left a void. Do not let it take over your hearts, friends. Do not mourn the icon of good that we have lost. Rather, rise up and become the icon yourself. Let this death not a blow against the will of humanity to grow, to learn, and to conquer new frontiers. Oh god. You know, the game, it's so touching, you know? It's so touching. On one hand, it's like, hey, this guy died, he was comfortable, he was in shape, he was composed, he was a founder, and then it's like, oh, go view the body. Oh, okay. Oh, there he is, just lying behind the this old man just lying dead behind a school. You know? It's kind of like, well, you probably don't need to show me that. I probably don't need, like, that much of an insight into his death. Because I'll be honest, I kind of didn't know he even existed. So, there is that. There is that. Thank you very much, Mr. Carson, for your service. It is appreciated, and you will not be forgotten. Now, let's see here. This thing still needs repairs. Can we store electronics just outside of this dome? So just there. And we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully well. I mean, that thing is making minimal amounts of them per day.
Sector scanned.
And this thing is going to need repairs very soon. But I mean, hopefully we can at least make some. Drones can, yeah, you know what? I don't think it's producing anything right now. I really don't think it's producing anything. So let's turn that off until we bring more electronics in, and that'll just send the workers to work on the farms, in the different buildings, all that kind of stuff. As for the polymer factory, I mean, we could probably move it. But I think my biggest worry right now, if I had, oh, what do you need? Polymer. All right. Let's get one of you guys to come over, grab the polymer. And then we're going to need to dump it up this way to make sure those batteries stay working. Otherwise, we're going to have a major problem. Yeah, just grab as much of that as you can. We have plenty in the other storage areas anyway. And I want you to offload it that way. So that'll work out. Hopefully pretty well. That's going to need polymers soon for repairs as well. You currently need electronics for your repairs. We really need some electronics, huh? Let's get you out of here. Because those drones can, you know, this thing will become their hub, so that's fine. I really should have brought some electronics to Mars. I didn't think about that. I really, really did not think about that. I mean, we could bring 50, you know, spend 1,000 million, bring the Discovery to Mars, our third ship. I think we might do it. I think we might do it. You know what? We're going to do it. We're launching the Discovery. And it's going to come to Mars with electronics. Hopefully enough electronics to let us fix pretty much everything that currently needs fixed. Because we have a few buildings that just really need it. They really, really do. Now here's the thing. What are we currently researching? Farm automation. It's going to take a while because obviously there's not that much research going on. Yeah, this thing here is... I mean, you know what? We could throw a few more shifts in there and say that that is a priority. Because obviously that'll increase the research we have going per day, which is obviously going to be something we want to do. So 408 out of you per day. You are currently not working at all. Neither is the diner, which is a little troublesome. This needs repaired. And we have 22 or 20. I really want to get this dome out of here. Because it's not a good dome to have anymore. But I don't know. I don't know. Also, I love that I can change that dome to make it look like that. I think that looks... It looks awesome, but at the same time, I think the yellow dome is so much friendlier looking. And, not that it's super important, but I kind of like a friendly looking dome. Anyway, having that increased research brings us up to 1,500 per day, which is obviously something that we're going to want. I'm wondering, are we losing research on you guys? Collaboration loss, 120 per day. Can we just get rid of you then? So that was 1,500. And then without you,
Meteor shower
does that increase? Apparently not. Which is a little frustrating, but there you go. Yeah, no increase whatsoever, but whatever, that's fine. Now we do have a meteor shower coming in soon. 16 hours out. Bit of a worry, but we'll make it work. I would still really like a way to demolish that dome, but evidently that's not going to happen, so we'll not stress too much about it. I don't think there's any need to. I think really my biggest stress right now is just metal. It really is, and I mean,
cable fault reported.
as far as options go, I'm kind of thinking another tunnel leading us down here could be an idea. I do think that could be an idea. Let's go ahead and start scanning some of those areas. So I mean, yeah, that is something I'm thinking we could do. Maybe build just another tunnel that'll take us to that lower area. The shuttle hub is an option as well, but obviously needs electronics. So tunnel is 80 concrete, 20 metal, 30 machine parts. We just got 511.3 million from some rare metal exports. Not bad. I think we might have the metal to do this. So it looks a bit weird having them together like that, doesn't it? We can do that. But maybe we just do, I mean, that tunnel, it's facing a weird way. We could put it over there. I feel like that's an option. Although that's by a dome that's no longer going to be a dome in the near future. So let's just maybe put the tunnel... I really don't know. I know it doesn't matter too much, but I still kind of want it to look decent.
fault reported.
So, I mean, I guess we could... I mean, it's technically blocking objects there, but... we could do there and just remove the objects that are, you know, blocking it. So remove that. And then... tunnel. And we'll put it there. And I think that works. And then the exit is gonna have to be down here somewhere. Too far from the entrance. Too far from working drone commander. Really? I mean, okay. We might have to figure that out a slightly different way then, but for the time being, at least, we are gonna need the tunnel to be there. So we'll see how that plays out, and that'll give us access to this whole area down here, which is obviously very, very important. Now let's go ahead and have the Discovery land. I don't want it landing too close to my... I don't want to land too close to the evaporators. So just land the Discovery over there. And those electronics are going to be so useful. Going to be so, so useful. Let's turn on a midday work shift there, see if we can get a bunch of people to work in that. We are going to see colonists leaving. That is going to be a thing, unfortunately, but we're just going to have to deal with it. That's just the way things are going to be. As for you, let's make you a high priority.
Fault reported.
And there we go. That's being constructed. So what that should do, I believe, is also construct this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So both ends get constructed at the same time, meaning we have all the metal down here and also all of the anomalies down there that we can go and look at. So that's kind of big news. That is kind of big news. So let's make sure this is actually connected. So I know it is. I can see the little cable going there, but we'll do that anyway. And for life support, we are going to want the pipes coming down to there. So there we go. We'll get that done. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to our little explorers and we're going to say, go analyze that. We're going to go to you and say, analyze that. And we're going to go to you and say, analyze that. Then I'm not sure what you're doing at the moment, but you can go down here. You can grab all of the resources that you can find and then unload them. Let's say, I mean, it's going to be metal, so let's have you unload some metal up this way. And then you are going to grab resources from down there as well. You're going to go a little closer, though, because we do have some nice deposits there, so grab everything. And then you are going to unload those deposits over here. So there we go. So they can all go exploring. They're all going down through the tunnels. And it's pretty much instant as well, so that's amazing. I'm so, so pleased that we can finally get down into this little area. Because I don't think this is going to be a bad place for... Yeah, there's a lot of underground metal there. This could be a really good space for a dome. That could be such a good space for a dome. So I think we're going to want to do that. Now, this has been fixed, which is good news. It is now producing electronics, which is also good news. This has currently nothing on board and is ready to take off, which is also good news. So I believe, other than metal, we're doing fine. Which is really, really good stuff. There we go. New techs available for research off of that anomaly. Let's have a look and see what we got. I'm not seeing anything. Oh, no, it's this one right here. The behavioral shaping gives us a sanatorium as a spire. I don't think so. I somehow don't think so. I don't think that's something we want. I'll be completely honest. I really don't think that's something we want. At least not yet, anyway. Now let's see here. Are you dumb? Are you really trying to, are you really trying to do that? That's interesting. Can I get you guys to, like, go that way? and actually use the tunnel, because that's
Reported.
kind of what you were supposed to do. Interesting that they chose to go that way. Let's have you go and analyze that. And we'll just have them analyze pretty much everything until whenever, really. I think things are going a little bit better, though. I think it's fair to say, like, obviously we have some issues with some things breaking down up here. I think, I mean, we might not have researched it yet, but I think there are, I know there are ways to have the, you can have the solar panels get cleaned gradually when they're closed. But I think that might be a breakthrough. I don't think that's something we can just casually research without first discovering it through an anomaly. So obviously that's going to take a little bit of time. But I do think it's actually going to be a really good idea to maybe take that out of there and start researching, if we don't have it already. We want to get the arcology, because I believe the arcology has 32 residential slots in it. And it's a building that goes right in the middle of the dome.
Someone joked we found kryptonite.
Let's see here.
Greenish yellow hue of the beryl crystal.
So we find some crystals. The contrast with the red Martian dust made them appear almost alien. Even if they wouldn't make any of the colonists superhuman, they would surely give us almost supernatural powers. Our plans at Mission Control included the introduction of a long-term nuclear energy solution for the growing colony, and the beryllium that we would produce from these minerals would be an immense help in this difficult mission. We would encase the nuclear fuel rods of our nuclear reactors in beryllium and make a good use of its incredible mechanical, chemical, and nuclear properties. The technologies in the physics tree have gained a 10% boost. That reminds me, didn't we... We did research the fusion reactor. So, 8 workers per shift, but potentially producing 200 power. I think we'll get that eventually. We don't really have the workers available just yet, and we kind of need the arcology before we're going to ever have that, so... I don't think there's too much to stress about. Now let's see here. What are you up to? You guys really are, you're not the brightest. You're really not the brightest. You are not the brightest either. So go through the tunnel for me. And then you are apparently going to be the one that researches and analyzes everything down here, because the rest of the rest of those guys is dumb, is what they are. Which is unfortunate, but it's just the way it is, apparently. Let's see here. Can we unpin you? Because I don't really need that dome anymore. And a meteor is incoming. I don't know where. What do you need? You're broken. You need machine parts. We really, you know what? We need another drone hub. And we need it to be about there. So, drone hub there, please. And let's make that like a top priority if we can.
Anomaly analyzed.
There we go. New techs available for research again. Looks like it's going to be this one, which is shuttle cargo capacity increased by 3. And Martian-born don't take sanity damage when working in out-dome buildings. Okay. We do really need to look into the shuttles. And we could probably build one. I think we have the resources. Houses and refuel shuttles that facilitate long-range transportation between depots and resettling of colonists between domes. I mean, I feel like we should build this just to purely see what it does. So we're going to do that because I am very curious. And you're working again because you're now within the reach of that, I believe. Yeah, just about within reach. Good lord, I really cut that close, didn't I? Apparently, I really dislike this building because it's right on the edge of two drone hubs, I think. Possibly 3. It's right on the edge of a couple. That's all I'm going to say there. Definitely right on the edge of a couple. Now you are... Let's see. So there's 3 of those things idle. There's one. So what are you doing? You're just flying around. You're going to be moving. So you're moving machine parts. Wait, what? Do you do this automatically? Oh my god! No! That's a thing? You do that automatically? Why didn't... Oh, this is why people in the comments have been saying all this. This makes so much sense. So those things literally move... Wow, okay. Oh my god. Okay, that makes so much sense.
Cable fault reported.
I feel like such an idiot right now. So they seem to automatically move stuff around. That's huge. That is actually huge. So you guys have finally come down here, which is good. So let's have one of you go analyze that. And you probably need recharged. So you are going to be the one analyzing that one. And then you are going to go through the dome or through the tunnel, and we'll see if that actually recharges you. Because it might. I'm curious to see if it actually does recharge you.
Sector scanned.
Got some more sectors being scanned there. Let's just make sure all of those ones are getting scanned as well. And then I don't think you're doing anything, are you? Go through the tunnel. Does that recharge you? No. Would have been cool if it did, but that's fair enough. We'll not worry too much about that. Let's see here. One of them's in flight. Wait, can we just make more? We can. Oh. That one's in flight. Where are you going? Payload nothing. What are you doing? Oh, you're grabbing metal. You're just grabbing metal. Amazing. Oh my god. Oh, that makes me so happy right there. That makes me so happy right there. Amazing. Let's just make sure that we have plenty of space here for more waste rock. And my question actually becomes, hold on, if we were to click you and say, pick up concrete, no particular destination, so what are you doing? Oh! So, like, can I not... Is there no way I can tell the drones just, like, automatically... It looks like they have been automatically producing concrete. So if we were to just put a couple of concrete depots here, will they just start making concrete? Oh, they totally will. Okay, well, this changes things massively. And then you're here to grab more metal. I don't know what the metal's for, but I don't need to know because you're just doing it yourself, which is amazing. Yeah, all these piles are completely cleared out. Oh, this is getting interesting. This is getting really interesting. Okay, so you're having some power problems. So we do need to fill you up at some point. I don't know how exactly we're going to do that, but we're going to need to. Unless I can send out a drone to grab you. Is that a thing we can do? No. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy I'm so glad people have been nagging me in the comments for a while about this. Because that's huge. That's also farm automation's about to come through.
Research complete.
There we go. Apparently we need less people in the farms. Although we actually have to upgrade these. So it's going to use electronics. We have a few lying around. So let's automate this farm at least. Then we'll see what happens. There we go. That farm is slowly getting the electronic parts that it needs. There we go. We got more drones coming in with... Apparently we only got one drone coming in with the electronics. But that is big news right there. Like if we cut the number of workers in half, that's good. Like even that's really, really good stuff. So we'll see what happens here. We'll definitely see what happens here. Is there a drone that's gonna, there we go. So you're bringing the electronic parts in, little fella.
Pipe leak reported.
So you go ahead and do that. And yeah, it hasn't cut it in half, but it has lowered the number of workers that we need. So that's good. That's definitely good. Man, I'm so happy we built the shuttle hub. I'm so happy we did that. Even if the cargo capacity on them isn't amazing, that's still huge news. That's still huge news. So my question, I guess, at this point becomes, can we maybe get away with building another medium dome down here? Because we need the metal. Like, we really need the metal. And the terrain isn't bad for it, so we might want to do that at some point. I don't think we're going to do it immediately. I don't think it's going to be something we do soon, but it's definitely something we need to do. I'm also thinking that we can go ahead and get you shipped out of here at least. Get the Discovery back to Earth. And I'm realizing as well, I mean, if we need metal for repairs up here, we can totally get it. I think my biggest worry right now is that we don't have enough metal overall. That is my biggest concern right now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to expedite the process of actually getting another dome up so we can start getting more metal. Even if it just ends up being a tiny little dome down here. You know, one of the little basic domes. But we do need it. We do need the metal. So I think we're going to say that we are going to build a dome down here. And it needs concrete, metal, and polymers. So I think if I was to go ahead and say that we'll do some concrete deposits or some concrete storage there, there, and there. We need polymers as well, which are going to go there, there, and there. Not there. Delete that one. Polymer deposit thing goes there. And then the metals one goes like this. If I'm not mistaken, are we going to see by chance the shuttles go that way? Is that going to be a thing? Like, well, if because we technically need those resources down there.
Research complete.
Are we? So what are you going to do? You're going to head out. I assume you're going to grab some metal, which there's a little bit left of. And then I'm not sure where you're heading at the moment. Where are you going? So you're going there. So maybe you're not going to do what I thought you were going to do. Okay. That's fine though. We'll get the resources done here eventually. We'll definitely we'll get them eventually. We can move them all in one go as well. I mean, you actually have the metal needed for this. So let's actually have you drop that off down here. Just go unload the metal there. So you can go and do that. And then for the concrete, I guess, I mean, I guess my question here is going to have to, we have a building with a depleted deposit. That actually has me really worried. If it's a water building, that's major bad news. Can you actually load up on concrete here? Is that a thing you can do?
Resources are low.
No. Okay, so we're low on food again. How are we low on food again? And who has a depleted deposit? You have a depleted deposit. Okay. So we're low on food currently. But you guys are working towards potatoes. You know what? Let's get this ship back to Earth as well. Because we might need to bring more food to Mars very soon. Productivity training has been done. Emergency training is being worked on. Let's just move along a little bit and see what else we have. So this right here, residential building upgrade, the home collective, increases the service comfort of a building by 10. Okay. So we're currently going for emergency training, which is this one. Security officers and medics have plus 10 productivity or plus 10 performance in their career path. Let's see what else we can get. The Science Institute, I don't think we need. This right here, increase the shuttle speed? Maybe? Gravity engineering gives us the mega dome. Outdome buildings need less maintenance. Yes, please. Passenger rockets carry more colonists? I don't think so. New crops, possibly a good idea. So we'll see how that plays out. As for you, though, can I get you to go and load up on as much concrete as you can carry? Because we do need that. We do need a decent amount of concrete for this dome down here. And we'll go ahead and just dump off whatever you're holding right now. As for you, you can actually head back up and recharge and then grab some polymer for me.
Funding received.
Now we just got some funding. Fantastic. As long as we don't run out, I'm not too worried. How are we looking here? 88 of 88 people living here. Got a lot of children. We don't actually have the means necessarily to house those children when they grow up. So that's a little bit of a worry, I'm going to be honest. As for you, can I get you to come down here and look at this? And as for scanning, let's get that one done. So let's see here. You've dumped off the concrete. That's fine. We just need the polymer at this point. So you're going to head back up. You're going to recharge. And you, my friend, are going to load up on polymer. So let's have that done.
Fault reported.
Get me a decent amount of polymer. And let's bring that down to the new dome. It's just there. And I realize I've actually made a bit of a mistake here. We need to delete these. Because the drones, the rovers will get stuck on those, which we really don't want them to do. So we'll get this dome up and going. And then... Oh, what are you doing? Oh, you're not doing what I think you're... Seriously? Seriously? I needed that. I really needed that metal.
Analyzed.
I don't appreciate that. I really don't appreciate that. Okay. Can you do me a favor? Can you go grab that metal? If you wouldn't mind. Like, just grab it sort of from there and dump it there. That's, don't! Stop! Stop! Stop stealing the metal, man! Come on! Give me a break. I love those shuttles, but also stop. Please. So you're going to dump all that off. And now I believe we have the resources in the area to build this thing. But I don't believe, like, can you load up a metal and then put the resources in there?
Sector scanned.
Is that a thing you can do? Doesn't seem like it, does it?
Funding received.
Got more funding, not bad. Okay. So it does seem like we need drones down here. That's what it seems like to me. We need drones down there to actually build that thing. We need a drone commander nearby. So we are gonna want to get a drone hub. And it's obviously not going to be built because it doesn't have a drone commander nearby, but we need a drone hub. So I'm going to put a drone hub there. And then I think we need another rover, basically. I think that's basically what we're going to need. We could absolutely also do with more tunnels. So if we were to put a tunnel here, for example, anywhere there, somewhere like that, we could put a tunnel over here as well.
Cable fault reported.
And what that'll do is actually give us an easy path to get to this dome. And I think that's something I want to do. I think that is something I want to do. So I think we'll put it on that side. Because it means we don't have to have cables coming the whole way around here, so those aren't going to break all the time. And then all we need is a pipe going from there to there, and from there to there as well. And then we do the same with the power cables, which go from there to there and back. So that'll provide power, water, oxygen, all that stuff. As for here,
Leak reported.
can I do this? I can do that. Okay. So we want to go there, and we can't go there, unfortunately. That's fine. So we are going to need to build just the one pipe out that way and get that all connected up. Obviously need some drone commanders down there, but that'll happen in time. That'll be something that happens in time. I think that'll be the way to go, though. I think. I'm not certain, but we'll see at least what ends up happening there. Now, looking up this way, I still really want to move people out of these domes, but now that we have so many kids, I don't think we can. Like, one of you is actually homeless in there, which is a major, major worry. Because having someone homeless in there means that we have a situation where they've probably grown up and have nowhere to go. Which obviously is not something we want, so I'm not really sure what to do. I am thinking, though, and I'm realizing that with these shuttles able to go back and forth, we can technically, we can technically just have one central hub for all of our resources, and then have
Cable fault reported.
like depots in areas that commonly need them. So for example, anytime out here happens to need machine parts, I think those shuttles will move them themselves. Or anytime we urgently need something like concrete, they can come out here. So that's probably like a super good thing that we totally need to work towards. That is definitely something we need to work towards, because good lord, that's going to do good stuff for us. That is going to do really, really good stuff for us. So I think at this point we have a lot of learning left to do. We have a lot of mistakes that have still been getting made, but I think we are also making progress. We do, however, need to figure out the housing situation.
Resources are low.
What are we low on? Electronics and food. How are we so low on food? I mean, it does look like we're going to get a good yield on potatoes here, so we might actually be about to no longer have that food problem. It would be nice if we had a few more electronics, though, because then we could actually upgrade this other farm. So that might actually be a thing we want to do. But I want to see how the yield goes from these farms here. I really want to see how that goes. Also, while we're waiting, the archaeology. Oh wow, building construction costs in metals and concrete reduced by 20%. I want that. I do want that, but we're going to leave that until later. We need the archaeology. We need extra housing. What is this? Rare metal extractor production increased by 50%. Good lord. Give me that as well. Absolutely give me that as well. We really need more research capacity. Like, we really, really need more research going here. And of course, more food from the farms. But it looks like, unless this one, like, unless all the crops die, there we go. We just got 48 food, not bad. And then it looks like we'll be getting 50 from this. So I don't think we're low on food anymore. I think when it comes to food, we're looking all right. Because this one is about to, chuck out 50.9. So don't think I'm too worried at all there. As for you, you can be fully decommissioned. You are no longer working. Apparently, I'm getting some Windows notifications. Let's completely clear that building.
Resources are low.
So we'll clear that completely. You are currently... You have no resources, so we aren't making machine parts anymore. We need to do something about that. We probably want to get another drone hub over here. But even it's going to need electronics. So we need electronics, we need metals. What do drone hubs need for repairs? That's actually a question. What do you need to repair this?
Meteor
Drone hub,
incoming.
does it not ever need repaired? Huh, I have no idea. I would like to just quickly shout out to Pizza Gaming, who 3 times in a row has invited me to a Slime Rancher club on Xbox One. Could you please stop? I'm not joining your club. I haven't played Slime Rancher in a very long time. That's what those notifications are, if you can hear them. I keep getting notifications saying the same dude has invited me to a Slime Rancher club. It's not happening. I'll make my own club, and it'll be infinitely better. My club will go to Mars. Oh, look, I'm already there. Wow, I'm a terrible person. Right. So we need metals and we need electronics over here. So let's do a metals thing there. Let's do an electronics thing there. Not there. Let's move it closer so it looks decent. So there we go. Can we get rid of that one, please? Any second.
Pipe leak report.
Any second. There we go. So that can go there. We need the metals for the cables as well, so that'll be fine. Have we by chance built up here? I feel like we should build a drone hub here so I can start moving that drone rover thing around. But again, we need the electronics for it, obviously. But I think this needs to be a super high priority thing. I do think that needs to be super high priority. It now has all the metal that it needs. But the electronics, on the other hand, I'm not sure we're ever gonna get those. We'll do some electronics there so that maybe we see them get moved that way from time to time. I mean, we have none at the moment. Because the production here is just awful. So hopefully eventually we'll see some. Either way, ladies and gentlemen, I think I'm going to leave it there for today. This has been like a fairly lengthy recording, so it's going to have been cut into at least a few episodes, I'll put it that way. So, however many episodes it's been, I certainly hope you've enjoyed them. I think what we'll do just before we go is we will go and we're actually going to just dump off the metal here, because then those shuttles can come down and grab it. Wait, is that metal getting... Metal is why is the metal disappearing? Oh! It went into the pipes. Of course it did. Fair enough. So those sort of got automatically built. Those shuttles are going to come down and start grabbing the metal. I'm going to head out here and grab even more. And we're going to move it back so they can continue to grab that metal. And I believe what they're going to be doing with it is taking it up north so that we can start fixing things. I think. I'm not 100% sure. I thought they would take them that way, but it doesn't seem like they are. Which is annoying because the stuff is needed up that way. It looks like, I think you're taking machine parts up there, or what are you doing? Machine parts. So you're taking machine parts up there. I'm not entirely sure why. But none of them seem to be taking metal up that way. I guess metal is technically needed for this thing, isn't it? So that's probably where that all went. We do have a major need for metal in that, in the solar farm though, so hopefully we can do something about that. We actually have a decent amount of metal down here as well. What is this? That's nothing, okay. Is there more metal lying around? There is a little bit out there, 23. So, let's see here. You are up that way. What you can do for me is you're just going to come down here. You're going to load up on metal in the area and take it up to the top part of the colony so we can get all that stuff fixed. And as you do that, we will go ahead and start wrapping things up. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you kindly for watching. It's been Surviving Mars part whatever. I have no idea what part this is specifically going to be. But I feel like we've got a good bit of progress. It does seem like there's a decent number of homeless people in here, which is obviously a bit of a concern. So we are going to need to do something about that. This dome in general is quite comfortable. People are complaining about not being able to drink. They can't dine. Is there not a diner? There is a diner. We could throw another work shift into the diner, I suppose. So there we go. We'll get another work shift into the diner and see how that goes. Hopefully that'll cheer people up a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be it. Thank you kind of for watching. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.